One. Ooh, all right, guys. Welcome back to the SAUCY SIBZ podcast with your saucy siblings. I'm Francesca.
And I'm Nicodemus.
And Nick, how long has it been? Why does it always feel so long?
Well, because it has been a long time.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, we haven't. I think when it's just been you and I sat down, it's been about a month. But we've had two guests in between that, so like 3 episodes, and
yeah.
So,
but like these are like the core.
I know.
These are my favorite ones, and we miss out on so much.
So much because our lives are literally ridiculous in every single way. So when we don't get to it in a week or two, then we're not going to talk about it.
Well, like the funny thing is though, Nick, is like we have like 3 topics that I know we'll actually get to.
I know.
So that's why like we miss out. It's like we don't even get to anywhere of what happened.
I know.
Well, and we keep running into this problem where I have so many things that happen we can't talk about.
Guys, I know. It's bad because like I don't know. We'll think about it one day. Maybe we
could really start some shit right now.
With who?
No, just with some of the things like going on.
Yeah.
Or I could like, get my parents to yell at me or think like, I don't, it's just like not, there's just like a lot of stuff that like, I don't know if like needs to be on the public record.
And honestly, like a mature adult would just say like, be a bigger person, like don't talk about it. But at the same time, I have 1 glass of Tuscan wine and I'm like, you know who I think is a real small dick bitch, you know?
You know he's a scam artist?
Yeah. Do you know who I think lies about the money and followers he has? But like, no, I'm just saying like in general, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
in general, super general.
Just like, I mean, that's just like a general statement.
Yeah.
About people in general. Well, anyway. Wow, starting that off with like teasing them. Anyway,
all right, guys.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, please give us a review. And if you're on Stitcher, I know you're not because they went under.
Oh, did they?
Stitcher did, yeah.
I mean, I never even touched it. So
we were on Stitcher though. Like you could listen to our stuff, but I don't even
manage that. That's none of my business.
I think we had like 50 listens on Stitcher, so I don't give a shit. I don't know why I'm bullying them right now. As if they did something to me. Sucks to suck, Stitcher.
Speaking of a company that's about to go under, have you seen that the new Apple update, you can just bump each other's phones and like your contact comes up. So all those companies like Dot and all those like business cards they had, maybe they have a little bit, but like, can you imagine like Apple just adding something to their like, you know what I mean? Like hardware, software, and then your company's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, well, what have you been building that?
Literally, there's a lot of AI companies that do certain things that those certain things are now just getting integrated into all these other platforms for like $5 extra more, like a subscription. And all these companies it's like startup tech companies are about to tank. Yeah. Because it's like kind of like open source technology that you can just like add on, you know?
Well, I have an app that I've thought about starting for like 5 years. And like we might talk about it soon. We're writing the business plan, talking to investors. Yeah. But it's like, I just like don't understand how no one's done it yet. Yeah. Like that's why I haven't done it for 5 years, because it's one of those things that seems obvious. Like why hadn't our phone shared contacts before? So it's like I feel like someone could just like do this very easily, like a lot easier than I could do it. But it's been 5 years and no one has. So it's like, but could you imagine like every day, like that's because it's been like kind of a guiding force in my life. And then it's like, I'm building this, I go for it. And then Apple just does an update.
Yeah.
And then the
fucking update. Yeah.
Then the next day.
It's a really weird territory these days, like of like what apps are and what you can do on them. And like super apps are just kind of trying to do it all. Yeah. I don't know. But that hat looks really good on you.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I was going to say, if you're not watching the podcast, I think you need to watch this one, because like in the first shot, you would see that there's like a lot of things different. And we're going to go through them one by one.
True.
The first one.
First thing, that fucking hat. Great hat.
Okay. One thing about us is that we have had an obsession with hats since we lived in Aspen.
I've always kind of been into hats, like a little bit. Yeah. Like when I was at the farmer's market, we all wore the straw hats I was into. I was into beanies, but
Mom and I always talk about how like people are like hat girls or shoe girls or like jacket girls, like usually
Ooh,
this is very like
good
niche, but certain girls are like okay, like our friend Megan Barclay, she has like 78 jackets.
Jacket girl.
Yeah, she's just a jacket girl.
Yeah.
Like I have like 4, and I wear just those.
You're
4.
a
Like,
shoe girl.
No, well, yes. Okay, from mom,
Yeah.
we have like lots of shoes, and a lot of some people just like only invest their money in shoes, but some girls might be a bag girl. Like
you don't
purses.
own a bag.
No, I asked for a purse for Christmas only because it's mom like forced me to ask for it because she's tired of me like losing shit and like Nick's not my boyfriend, but like I've
said this to you for 17 years. Like you literally have to have a bag. I'm not carrying your shit. I don't care. Oh, you lost it. Oh, you forgot your wallet. Crazy. There's this thing that happens that all girls have that you can just have that like you'll never forget it. I'm just saying they make it.
No, I know like they have purses and I've just never been a bag girl. How many? I have them because people have gifted them to me. I literally have like a few Louis Vuitton bags that I've inherited, but like I don't wear them because like I hate a bag.
But if you got used to wearing a bag, I mean,
I don't know why it like stresses me out. So I try to think I can like put them in my pockets, but a lot of girl clothes don't have pockets.
That's true. That's super fucked up.
No,
what
it's a human right, and like women are just denied it. I don't know why.
If try putting a man in jeans with fake pockets, just it would be on the front page of CNN. No, it would be such like an attack on like manhood in some way, you know? And women have just decided that like they're okay with it. Or tiny pockets.
No, tiny pocket is a no pocket.
I know.
What am I going to put in there? A penny? So I can say I don't even keep the change.
I know. You can keep the change.
Nick, how many pockets like you have pockets? I'm surprised your shoes don't have pockets. Like your shirt does, mine doesn't.
I don't use a shirt pocket though. Sometimes I do find like a $50 bill in there or something. But
I love to hide things in people's shirt pockets. See, mine just has zippers that don't zip anything.
So are you saying that like you're becoming a hat girl?
Yes, but there's also a thing about me. So mom has always said this about us, like that, yes, we're shoe girls, but we're also hat girls because mom and I...
Mom is a hat girl.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Mom has a ton of hats, but there's something with us, like we're prettier with hats on than we are without.
I feel like I'm not.
No, see, some people... No, you look good in a hat.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like...
Yours accentuates, but it's definitely good. Yeah. Nick, there's
I got
some people...
big head.
You do have like a noggin.
Noggin, yeah. I'm not even... like, it's not even like... It's just like, we're past the laughing matter about it.
I'm surprised they had a hat that fit you.
You know...
Were you worried about it?
No, but he said it immediately. Like, when we walked in to get hats, I was just like, oh, I got a big hat. He goes, yeah, I was looking at that. That? You were looking... And then he goes, no, you just got a lot of hair. And I was like, no, it's fine, sir. Like, yeah. You were looking at that. That's big. You know,
because that's what he does. Like, he sizes up heads for a living. I know. And you walked in and he was like, whoo, that's a big...
Boy's got a head on him, you know what I mean?
Do you think that means like your brain's bigger?
No, it's... well, yeah, I'm smarter and more intelligent and involved. No. Yeah. No, actually, I think like didn't Neanderthals have like bigger brains and everything than humans?
I don't know.
You don't? No.
I'm sorry. Didn't watch that documentary.
No, I think they did. So like, I think it's just, and then like, you know, my hair is dreaded in the back, so that like really increases like the size of my head.
The dreads. Oh, it's like a like padding.
Yeah. Literally.
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm serious. But okay, for those of you listening who don't know what I look like, I don't have dreaded hair, but I have 3 dreadlocks that you can't see in the back of my head, and that adds like a centimeter of hair of girth.
So gross.
I know. What?
That you just have 3. You can never see them. But he swears that once he let those 3 dread, that like the rest of his hair doesn't tangle anymore.
No, it tangles, but it doesn't dread anymore. The dreads have dreaded, and that's the end of it.
They just wanted to live that way.
Never have to brush it out.
Did you see how big Paris Hilton's son's head was?
I did.
Which is just a thing that happens. Mm-hmm. I'm just talking about like a noggin on a kid. No, it was like a problem in the comments.
No, I know. I felt really bad. It was messed up. I felt really bad for that entire situation.
Yeah, because I guess it's just like a thing that can happen. Well, it's either hereditary or it's some like kind of genetic thing that doesn't really have any like negative effects.
Yeah.
But
I have a few thoughts. When I first saw the photo of Paris Hilton's baby, I thought someone photoshopped it.
No, saying it was like a little.
However, I've like seen kids with just like oddly shaped heads that they either grow into or because baby skulls aren't necessarily fully formed yet.
Well, no. Some of them come out in like a point.
Yeah.
Because did you like their skull? Like the soft spot.
Yeah.
You can't let anything hit it.
Yeah.
So like a lot of babies though, their head gets oblong coming out of the birth canal.
Yeah.
So they got to wear a helmet, which is totally normal.
Yeah. So I just felt like I don't want to like shame the internet for making jokes about it because I just think that that's just the nature of the beast. However, like I do think that there was like a misshape to it, but at the same time, like this is like a baby, and I love Paris Hilton, and
we love her.
We're obsessed.
We're so happy for her.
I love it. Everything about it.
Just the fact that she got her fairy tale, like husband, son, and healthy baby boy and everything, but it was big enough that I felt like it was a little weird that it wasn't talked about before.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like my son's just perfect, whatever. But like,
it
was like a hard launch.
I see what you mean. It was an elephant in the room.
No.
Yeah.
It was.
There's something big in the room that no one's talking about. Yeah.
It was like, are we just not going to mention it? Like the internet is the internet.
I guess, yeah. The internet is the internet. Speaking of the internet and those helmets for kids with special needs.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Matt Rife. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell the people. Some people might not even know who Matt Rife is.
Matt Rife is just a comedian that got big on TikTok. Blah 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 blah.
He's really hot.
Is he?
People like he has this kind of like boyish charm, like fuck boy, that I feel like subconsciously some of us unhealed women like we like because he's like kind of mean and like whatever. But he rose to fame on TikTok. But like it's mostly women who like were really obsessed with him.
Yeah.
They sold out his tour in like
a
couple hours like online.
Yeah, he just had like a Netflix special. Everyone's been talking about Matt Rife. And then like so he did a special and then he said that he wasn't gonna like pander to women anymore or this one was more for the guys, whatever. And then he made a domestic violence joke. Which people thought was unfunny.
With it.
Yeah.
And I really don't care. Like, I think
care.
if we don't have comedy, we have nothing.
True, but there's good and bad comedy.
Agreed.
And, like, you can't just, like, fish to be offensive.
What were you saying that one guy said?
Okay, so Anthony Jeselnik. Man, we are just going all over. But anyway, welcome to the SAUCY SIBZ. So Anthony Jeselnik, who is a comedian, one of your favorites of all time, right? And I fucking love him, too. He's so good. He is the king of, like, dark fucking humor and comedy.
Like it's wrong.
No, it like honestly it makes me shudder sometimes.
But they're so like
intelligent.
Witty. Yeah, they're very intelligent.
Clever,
jokes.
Literally clever. Like the definition of clever, and you're not expecting it, and that's why it's so funny. And he was saying that there is a way to do. Why hasn't he been canceled? When he like literally makes like he kind of like popularized dead baby jokes. He makes fun of like special needs people in a lot of ways, and no one really gives a shit because he's clever and funny. And he does it in such a way that it makes people laugh, like people still like him. And so he was talking on like I think the Theo Von podcast or whatever, like a couple months ago. This wasn't in response to Matt Rife, but it was like very kind of like on the topic where he was quoting Andy Warhol, and he was saying that Andy Warhol said that art is getting away with it. And where Anthony Jeselnik said that a lot of these comics like almost like aim to offend or upset people, and then they bitch about that people got upset with it. And it's like, no, you're actually just, it wasn't that funny. And that really struck me because I don't think that I've never really dealt with domestic abuse or whatever, so that's not something that would offend me. I don't think it's like the funniest topic, but like when I listened to the joke, I was like, oh damn, you went there, but like I don't care, you know? But it also like wasn't that clever, you know?
Yeah.
A woman with a black eye, like it.
I mean, well, yeah. The joke was that if she was like better in the kitchen, then she wouldn't have that.
It's like I've been on Reddit for a long time. You know, I grew up playing Xbox Live like a woman in the kitchen with a black eye. Like, come on, like it's just not funny.
That new.
It's not new. It's not witty. It's not funny. It's like, and then like saying that like that podcast special is for the guys and he's not going to pander. That's why I'm like, I don't think he should be canceled or anything. I'm just saying like maybe he's not the greatest comedian. I don't know.
I agree with you. And the thing is to make the joke and then to have a backlash of women. And then to just be like, I'm not going to pander to them. Like he just kind of like hurt himself. And the reason this came from the special needs helmet
is because he said he posted on his Instagram story, if you are offended at my jokes, here's a link to help you out or whatever. And once you hit the link, it was a link to like special needs helmets. And it's also like,
also not that funny.
Not that funny. And it's like, okay, punching down. Now, like, it's kind of the same mistake over and over again. Because, like, why is, again, like, if it was funny, it would be funny and people would laugh. And, like, no one would be offended. But it's like, okay, people are mad at you for the exact thing that you just did. Like, it's not, I mean, I could say, wait, one of my favorite tweets is like, don't you love when white guys be like, I have a dark sense of humor, and they just start being racist? It's like, sure, I could sit here and tell a black joke, but it's not funny.
No, it's
not funny. Yeah. It's just like, sure, it's dark humor. No, it's just racist. It's lazy. It's cheap. It's like people didn't find it that funny. Like, you know.
Well, like George Carlin, one of the greatest comedians of all time.
And historian.
Yeah. Well, but he notoriously did not have a potty mouth. Is it him? Yeah. George Carlin was like a clean comedian. I'm almost positive if I'm messing it up. Because it's not Robin Williams. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's George Carlin. He was just funny. He didn't need to cuss. He didn't need to get like gross. Like my least favorite comedians are like the woman comedians. And it's just like dirty, gross sex jokes.
About like vaginas.
Like roast beef vaginas. That's like the whole thing.
Roast beef vagina makes me want to. I need another glass of wine. No, but I know what you mean. It also, I think that kind of like represents or like portrays women comedians really poorly.
Yeah,
but I do love a crass woman.
Oh, totally.
I love like an unladylike woman that's really funny.
Your best friend has the most crass sense of humor ever, but like she's funny.
She's so fucking funny.
She's quick.
And she'll make shit jokes. She will make the worst fucking gross jokes about not shaving her armpits or like, you know, like one time. Yeah. You know, you get the picture. And so I think she's funny, but I don't know.
I just think it's
know
like
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Be so good they can't say anything. Think of so many people that people have wanted to cancel. Like Michael Jackson. I'm not saying anything about him or even getting into that, but I'm saying like he was so good at music. Like he got away with like a lot for so long. And there's a lot of people. Not that people should keep getting away with stuff, but I'm just saying if you're better, no. People just let things go. I mean, we have like a really good friend of ours who like has done a lot of shitty things. But like he's really fun to hang out with.
I know. With the Michael Jackson thing, I will say this. It's like
sorry. I skipped around there.
I'm gonna regret saying this, but like I like Michael Jackson so much. I don't know what he could have done to make me not listen to his music. I'm sorry. I'm like
that's what I'm saying though, and that's not good.
No, I disagree.
But like,
I'm sorry for any like victim that got hurt because that stuff is fucked up. But Michael Jackson's one of just my favorite artists ever, and I actually have a hard time. I have a hard time dealing with this.
I don't know if Lady Gaga could do anything to make you not like her.
No, she could. She could.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'll never. I think I will always reminisce on the time where we were ignorant of those facts.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that Gaga does that I'm just kind of like, I hate that she says she's Catholic. Fucking give it up.
I like that.
I hate that, I hate that she's like, doing like big pharma ads.
Oh.
I think they're cheap.
I didn't know that.
Well, they're really unlike all of her ads. She's been doing big pharma ads, which is fine if you want to do stuff with big pharma. But what I think is interesting about those ads, sure, you might disagree with that, but what I think is interesting is that those ads are done so poorly and they're just using like footage from her old shows and tours that they're just slapping a brand on it and calling it like, hey, I'm Lady Gaga and do this. Like, let's look at any ad Gaga's ever done up until those big pharma ads. And any Gaga fan knows exactly what I'm talking about. Tudor watches.
No, I think they do it on purpose. So
Why?
Like Kim Kardashian, when she does big pharma, it's like a photo from like 6 years before and they like Photoshop her holding it. I think because she doesn't want any,
to even be associated with it.
It's like, I won't be associated with it, but like I'll let you use my likeness and I'll post it on my Instagram.
To get $17 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it because it's the only advertisement that people have gone like, ew, this is so not you.
I think because they can separate it from it.
Huh. I mean, what would I do for $17 million?
No, I know. Next segment, I'm like, hey guys.
Have you guys ever gotten your flu shot?
No. But you do think of that stuff and you're like, well, people can make their own decisions.
Yeah.
Whether or not, it's not like the advertisement is making them do it. It'd be like people are adults and can make their own decision. And what would that like $17 million do for your family? What good could you do with it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see how you could
make
justify
a case.
it. Oh,
and
yeah.
I also think that like, if you don't disagree with like big pharma medication ads, then there's really nothing wrong that you're doing. Like Travis Kelce doing.
If he thinks the flu shot is good for her, good for people, then
it's fine. Mm-hmm. That's his personal belief, and he's getting $20 million for it. Probably.
Who knows? I wonder if that's public knowledge.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But
it's not even like the snack stand at a Taylor Swift concert, though.
I know. It's really funny.
Okay, we've skipped around.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Back to the fact that I look better with a hat on than without. It's weird because some girls, they put a hat on, there's no shape of hat. Oh, another type of girl, sunglass girl.
Yeah. I think there's sunglass guys too. I guess this all pertains to men, but.
Yeah. But, yeah, because some guys are shoe guys. Obviously.
More than women, probably. Yeah.
No, it's kind of the same because like the girls have like the closets with all the shoes, but then like we have cousins who have closets with all the shoes. I don't understand.
I have bosses with all the shoes.
Yeah, my best friend, actually, this is when I knew she loved her husband. But this is before they were married. They have like 2 closets, like a big one for him and a big one for her. He turned her closet into a shoe closet, and then they split like his closet. And I was like, she loves that man. But I still was like,
that's so fucking weird to me. But
crazy.
I mean, I could just never imagine like a woman giving up her closet space for her husband.
But like, he's so much more into shoes than she is that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but that's why it's just like very like unique to me.
Her sister would never.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Her sister would
She'd
make
be like,
him
I
give
just
up
didn't
his
think
bed.
you were this type of man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. But anyway, guys, we've had this obsession with hats. So living in Aspen, talk about Aspen with like the hats. Like
we have before. Like people live in hats in Aspen.
It's
everyone wears a hat in Aspen one time, and then you just kind of know that it's like it's part of the style. So one time I was at a bar, and this guy, he was living in LA, and his parents had just bought a house in Aspen. So he was just there visiting. So he went out by himself, and he had never been to Aspen. He didn't know anything about Colorado, and he had to ask me. He was like, "Can you explain the hat thing to me? Why is everyone in hats?" I was like, "Why is everyone in the $1,000 hats?" You know?
Yeah.
And I like almost didn't know how to describe it. I was like, "No, just people like to wear." It's not just cowboy hat. It's not like Texas. It's not just like wide brim Christian girl fall hat. It's just people wear nice hats in Aspen. It's part of the
aesthetic.
The style, the aesthetic. Yeah.
Well, because Aspen is like a theme party for rich people.
For sure.
So you can, and they extravagant, like you're even wearing kind of like a shacket with a
little Western tribal print to it.
Yeah, and like people will like buy stuff like that you couldn't really. Yeah. That's not that bad, but you also live in Colorado. But I'm saying like head to toe, like sheep's wool things that they can't wear anywhere else except in Aspen because the whole place is a theme party, and the hats are part of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, my whole wardrobe just from living. I mean, now that we live in Colorado, we did live in the mountains for 3 years, but that summer in Aspen. I will buy things now that I'll be like, well, it's like I lived in Aspen. Like I'll just like add them to my wardrobe as if they're normal.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, oh, why does she wear cowboy boots everywhere? Like, oh, I spent a summer in Aspen.
I spent a summer in Aspen, so I just need a nice hat. I actually, when we were getting these hats made, our new hats, because I'm in one too, if you guys can't see.
We've been gatekeeping who it is.
I know.
So far, but we'll tell you all about it.
We'll tell you who it is. And I sent my friend, she lives in LA, but she's from Boston. And I told her, I was like, oh, look at this new hat I'm getting. And I thought she was going to be like, oh my God, so cute. She goes, oh my God, you're so Colorado.
Is it Karina?
Yeah. And I was just like, can't tell if that's a compliment. Can't tell what that was. But
no, because she probably like knows all the LA people who go to Aspen. And she's like, oh my God, they've done it now.
Yeah.
But no, so we've like wanted, so everyone in Aspen, not everyone, but a lot of people get them from like this place called Kimosabi, and they're not a chain now, but they have it in Vail and in Vegas, Aspen, and
it's an experience.
It is.
If you ever see a Kimosabi, go to it.
They have a bar in there. It's cool. But here's the thing, guys. Hats are like $1,000.
I think they
like starting.
I think they start at like $600 for like the base hat.
Yeah.
And then they go up to $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was just saying to Nick, and I was like, damn, I wish we had the money, because we got invited to Thanksgiving up in Aspen. But we can't, because we have to film another podcast. But I was like, I wish we could like go up there, go to Kimosabi, and get like hats for my birthday, because I've just wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, we get a message from Parker Thomas. Hats by Parker Thomas. And he was like, hey, like, I just love doing things with locals, connecting with cool locals, and like collaborating. He's like, why don't you come in and I'll make you guys some hats? And I was like, sir?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
I will backflip there tomorrow.
And the thing about like being like a content creator, influencer, is like getting like free shit is like pretty easy, but there comes a point where like you can't pay your rent and hats or like a lot of other things. So like you have to start, like once you get to a certain point, like of course at the beginning you'll accept anything. Yeah. But like once you get to a certain point, you're like, okay, like, hey, would you want to sponsor this podcast in return for this? But like also some hats. But I was like, absolutely, I will be there. Pay me in hats. A feather. I will do whatever. No,
what you wouldn't do for a hat?
No, I know.
You know?
I know. A custom hat?
You specifically. Like a hat definitely gets me turned on. You know, I will do a lot for a hat. You, I think, would do anything.
No, and we've like seen him around because we had a friend who got a hat from him recently, and so I've been lusting after his hats, and I was like, absolutely, sir, we will be there.
Like we had been following him on Instagram, and then he DM'd us.
Yeah, which is so nice because he's just like a big like support local guy, and he was like, hey, you guys want to come in? I'll make you some hats, and I was literally like, name the time and place. I will clear my schedule.
I will cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hats by Parker Thomas. We just went in. We got our little hats.
So he's in Cherry Creek in Haven, which is a boutique there owned by this woman, Michelle, who I love. She's wonderful. But super chic, funky, cool boutique in Cherry Creek. And then he has like a whole pop-up in the back. So you can make appointments with him and support your local hatter guys, because this was literally a better experience.
I really had a great time.
It was better than...
cool.
Go ahead.
No, he was just like so cool and nice. And I felt like really took his time with us.
Yeah.
And and so my hat has it's brown and it's got barbed wire on the top with some rope and a branded horse on the side.
Wait, he also told us like the differences of the tops, and I was gonna look at my notes before we started.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. There's diamond, there's heart.
No, there's some like other crazy words. You guys, we learned so much. There was like a lot to learn. Like the experience was such an experience, because I was like,
no, keep talking, sir.
I didn't know that. Did you know they all come just like rounded?
I know most of the shapes of hats just need to be shaped.
And then he shapes like the... Are ours the same right now?
No, ours are different.
Okay.
So mine kind of looks like...
He told us there's a cap skull, they all have different names.
And then he takes out his steamer and blowtorch and starts shaping the hats. So it's interesting that like he calls himself a hatter.
He's not a hat shaper.
I know. But like he's not a hat maker. He's a hat shaper. Yeah. You know? So hatters, but...
so this is just like 100% wool. But it's so like tightly knit, and then when they steam it, he can mold it and do whatever he wants. Also, they all come with like the long brim, and then he was just cutting it down. He cut yours down a bunch.
Yeah, he kept shaving mine down. So when I first got it, tell me what you think, guys. When I first got it, I thought like maybe the brim is a little too short on my head, but I have like a pencil curl to it.
Yeah, pencil curl. So he just curled it up like a little bit.
I know. I feel like this hat specifically is going to change like my wardrobe.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't be in a tracksuit wearing this hat, even though he was, but I thought that was sick as fuck. Yeah.
He has an aesthetic for sure.
Yeah.
But he was so cool. He explained everything to us, helped us pick stuff out. And like, I really like being guided. Yeah. I have a problem making decisions.
Me too. Especially with hats. I don't know shit about that. So he was kind of like, no. And like, you were kind of like, oh, that hat or that hat. And then he goes, no, I like this one more.
Yeah. And I didn't know this color is called Silver Belly.
Silver Belly.
So I always wear black. I would have chosen black for myself. And this is like what he chose for me. And I was like,
I like it. I like it.
I was like, who am I?
Who am I over here?
But what else?
He's also really hot. Sorry. I had to say it. I had to say it. He's like very handsome.
Awesome man, though.
Really
mentioned
great.
His girlfriend.
Really,
we love a man that mentions his girlfriend.
Yeah, please do it.
If you
I need to be
are
told.
hanging out with a guy for like a while and he doesn't like slip into the conversation about his girlfriend, I think it's sketchy. I just think it's important to like, just like being a woman. And if I'm like talking to a guy, whatever, and it's like, oh, like I had a whole meeting with him, like didn't even know we had a girlfriend.
If he didn't mention his girlfriend, I'd be like, here's Francesca. I'm about to get free hats for life.
No, it's sketchy. Like, I love that. Like, whenever I respect a man so much that if he like randomly talks about his girlfriend, I'm like, okay, great. Like, let it be known.
Yeah.
And like, I just think it's like respectable.
No,
because, like,
100%.
You're not wearing a ring yet. Like, that's like a, the obvious sign. But otherwise, like, just mention your girlfriend. Just slip it in.
Just slip it in.
Oh, me and my girlfriend love to do this.
Let me know early.
Yeah.
Let me down early,
You were like a little let down.
No,
just,
not let down.
No, we like left and Nick was like, was he, like,
I never once met. No, he was
Parker. I'm sorry, you're wonderful, and like I'm sorry.
No,
that
we love
this
it.
is
No,
devolved
I immediately knew he was straight.
Welcome to the SAUCY SIBZ podcast.
Every brand deal we do, that
Parker,
CEO,
we tried to have you on the podcast.
I know
We were gonna do a whole Hatter episode, and he's like, just give me a shout out, like whatever.
We're done.
And
well, this is your shout out.
We will talk about how hot you are, because that's what we do.
I feel kind of bad, but
you brought it up.
I'm sorry. On accident, I just couldn't help myself.
If you guys are really interested in hats, if you feel something deep inside that you're like, you know what, I want to be a hat maker. I want to bring the joy that Parker brought Francesca and Nick.
Yeah.
He and his dad, because he's a 3rd generation hat maker or hat shaper, they do classes. You can like join as hat masters and then learn how to do all these things.
Mm-hmm. And we also have a friend who recently did his hat master program. And shout out Ryan Fantow at Deuce's Wild Hat Co.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was selling hats at our market we had the other day. Mm-hmm. A little event.
We did a holiday market the other day we can talk about that on accident. Because every Thursday at the venue we manage, we just have Thursdays. So I was like, how about we do like a more fun Thursday? Or just like something to like bring some more money in. So we did this big market. And it was accidentally so good that we're doing another holiday market before the holidays. So
Francesca and I throw events now. You know what I mean? So
we have a moving company. Somehow we're always fucking moving shit.
We have a production company.
Yep. And now we produce events.
Yep. Party planners. So.
But I feel like that's like the Italians in us. We know how to throw a party.
100%.
I know
like
how to host.
Hosting, yeah.
Yeah. And we have accidentally both become bartenders in the last few years. Mm-hmm. And so it's like...
I was born a bartender.
You just started.
No, but like when my first time bartending...
Can you hand me the wine?
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of, sir.
the Tuscan wine. All right.
Yeah, because I've been trying to drink this because I got like a red blend. And then Nick bought a Tuscan Barolo.
No, it's not Barolo. I don't know what it is.
It's Tuscan. That's all we need to know. And it's just better. So I've been trying to get rid of this. Oh, yeah, I'm drinking again, guys. If you would have seen that.
Oh, we should talk about that.
No, that's for the next episode.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, true. Tell me when.
It's okay.
The wine guy at Trader Joe's said I really knew what I was talking about. Love that.
Wait. I'm going to side note this a third time.
Wait, what?
Is that, so the venue we're managing, we're put in charge of like a little bit of bar management. And they were selling like canned wine. First of all, hate a canned wine.
Fuck a canned wine.
Don't want it.
It's annoying.
Don't put your aluminum on my wine.
It's gonna
Don't
change.
touch it.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
I agree.
And so we have a friend who is a somm.
Jared. Shout out Jared.
Yeah. And he had showed us this boxed wine. First of all, boxed wine is not bad. And if anyone hates on boxed wine, they're stupid. Fine. I understand the plastics touching the wine. But he's like he's a Somm too.
Somm too.
So knowledgeable. Anything he makes, like, has me taste, I'm obsessed with. And so he was like, dude, like, this is the one I've been serving at my place. Like, this box wine is like amazing. It's dry.
Also with box wine, they keep up to a month. Just like the expiration date says a month, but it can keep up to like 6 weeks.
Yeah, because there's no oxygen getting in there. So like our bar being like kind of an events venue, it's not used all the time. We're not a wine bar. I'm not going to like pump all these bottles at the end of the night and keep track of them. And sometimes we have like event bartenders who don't bartend there.
Yeah.
And I can't have them in charge of like nice wine.
Also, exactly.
And like storing it correctly.
And if I open a bottle, I don't want it to go bad. So I'm going to have to drink the rest of the bottle. So
it's the rule.
It's the rule. So it's just better. So we found this Spanish wine, the same one, Spanish box wine that we brought to the event space. And
it was way cheaper because it's like 4 bottles in a box. And the canned wine, they're like $4 or $5 at the wholesale place. You sell them for 10, which is like not a great markup at a bar.
Yeah, especially with wine. But these ones, well, they're like 20 a box, which is 4 bottles of wine in a box. And they keep. I'm sorry. And it's dry and good, you know?
It's good.
Actually, the owner of the space that we're working at, he like kind of was like, box wine, I don't think we do that here. And I was like, no, dude, it's actually really good.
And he said it was bad.
Well, he doesn't know wine, we come to find out.
Well, he was like, well, I don't know anything about wine, but, and I was like, well, then shut your mouth.
Shut your motherfucking mouth.
And then I didn't realize that, like, so then we were talking about wine, and like, so my family, our family came over from Italy. They came like through New Orleans, and our family like owned a vineyard. Like back in, like when they came over here, it was Piazza Family Farms, and it was just a full vineyard. So like my dad's grandpa, so my great grandpa would always tell stories in the family that like the Great Depression hit, and like he didn't notice anything.
Yeah.
Like nothing was different for him in his life because he grew all his own food. And then for him, this is kind of a cool story. When he would need to go in town and get stuff, he would just take a shoebox and he would put 2 bottles of wine in it. And he would pay for his ticket because he just never had any money.
That is for the rest of humanity, a bottle of wine is something that you can trade. Like that is a good.
You can barter. So he would use one for his ticket into town on the train, and then he would use the other bottle of wine to get back. And that see, that sound just makes me happy.
I know, yeah.
And so then I guess because we had talked about it, and then I have this picture from the Piazza Family Farms, and there's it's the whole family, but my great grandfather is like a 8-year-old kid in it with a glass of wine in his hand, and like everyone's like so fancy drinking their wine like on the vineyard. And I was talking to him about it, and then later he said to you that he was like, wow.
Oh yeah, no, he was making fun of Francesca. He was like, oh, Francesca like just had to tell me how much she knows about wine because of her family history.
Yeah, like she had to tell me how much I didn't know about wine, to the point where she had to like show that like your family's been in wine for like hundreds of years.
Well, to that I say, yeah, point in case.
Right.
Honestly.
Do you guys, we have our new manager, shout out Kyla, and she's gotten some feedback from some maybe sponsors who, and it's so funny because like I made a decision to start drinking again, like while I was home with my family for my birthday, and she was like, yeah, we had a couple brands reach out and they wanted to work with you guys, but they were just like a little weary because like Francesca's sober. And we're like, oh no.
She's back on it. Back on the sauce, everyone.
And I feel like it would have been like, oh no, like someone wants to like, someone wants to work with us, like, oh, I'll drink again. But it was really like such a conscious decision that like I made.
Yeah, no.
And sometimes it brings a little woohoo back in your life. But I still stand by all the like benefits of sobriety, and I love a break. And I think it's still, you still get the anxiety. I'm still someone that's going to deal with that. And alcohol like causes anxiety.
Yeah.
So like start noticing anxiety in your life, watch how much you're drinking. Even a couple glasses, it'll get you. But I think special occasions, like right now, like my special occasion is my birthday.
Happy birthday coming up, Sagittarius.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Are we officially in Sag season now? Yeah. I think as of yesterday.
Yeah. We are. Yeah.
Oof. Things are about to get spicy for everyone. Sag season's the best. Actually, you guys, we're recording on Blackout Wednesday.
I know.
Which we haven't participated in so long because we always have family Thanksgiving the next day.
I've done a few.
Yeah, but you don't get hungover.
Yeah. I know. Everyone's like, Nick, don't go out for Blackout Wednesday. We have to be up with the family. And I'm like, who are you talking to? We're good.
I've
never been that crazy. I've never had like a Blackout Wednesday. Because I'm like always like seeing my old friends, you know?
Oh,
it's always been like, I've gone to the gay bars and stuff in St. Louis, but I've never really had like a...
I know I have it like Wheelhouse, like back in the day. There's like this local bar in St. Louis.
Because like, where was I sleeping that night? You know,
because we had to get back.
Yeah. I've never really had too much of a...
Well, if you guys aren't watching again...
Second reason...
You guys, I cut 13 inches off my hair.
13 motherfucking inches. Did you donate it?
That's what everyone keeps asking me. And I keep feeling
no,
like
bitch,
a dick
I threw it away.
being like, no, fuck locks of love. But like, I would have loved to donate my hair.
I just threw it down the toilet.
But the thing is that I had, shout out also our friend M. Bachman, who has been on the podcast. And she's Between Foils on Instagram. But so she came down to Denver, did like a house call for us. And you got yours trimmed first.
Yeah, I got a little trim.
And you got like 4 inches off. And
I think it was more than 4 inches.
Like a hefty amount.
Well, it was like almost to my rib cage, like to the bottom of my rib cage. Now it's like almost to my nipple. So,
but like I was like, okay, like glad Nick like took some length off. Like I was like, I'm always growing out my hair, you know that. Like let's just do a trim.
So you do a trim.
Uh-huh.
And then you do another trim. Mm-hmm. And then you were like, oh, maybe another trim. And you kept going. And I was kind of like, one, is M getting annoyed?
Yeah. Because she like cut it, like fringed it, did all the things. And then I was like, what if we like did more?
And then, but you kept going. And to that, I was like, the last one, I was like, all right, well, that's a little...
Well, first,
chill.
No, when we cut it,
yeah.
I would say like a couple inches below my collarbone.
Probably
that
like
was
6 inches off or something. Or
I think like 8 inches off or something like that.
It's like, oh, okay, wow, we've like really cut some shit off. Okay, yeah.
Like she's different, things are different, and I was like, okay.
So then she packs up all of her shit, and then we go out for the night.
No, yeah, she's gone. She went to her friend's house. Like, so we're over there later, and it's like 9 p.m. She's had a couple glasses of wine, and I'm just like, I pull up a photo of Hailey Bieber, and I was like, but like, would this look good?
I was literally like, Francesca, you are not doing that. Like, that is...
Because
I was being a naysayer because I thought you were being impulsive.
You thought I was like having a manic episode.
Yeah, and you were like, just cut it all off. Like, why don't we just go, I don't know, what's her name? Is it
G.I. Jane?
No, I was thinking in like V for Vendetta.
Okay, yeah. Natalie Portman.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like let's chill out.
Here's the thing, like I actually wasn't feeling manic. Like I know that's very my personality to be impulsive enough to cut it off, but then to have regret. But
that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Just like the regret aspect of it.
Because Nick was like, oh my God, Francesca, like I'm the one that's gonna have to live with this. Like, remember when I was pretty?
I just look like
a potato.
Like a fat potato. Look, I'm no hair, just chin.
So
no, but like honestly, Francesca, there was a second while you were getting your haircut. You go, okay, I'm freaking out right now, and I was like, here we go. Like, I'm just gonna.
No, there was a second when
I'm just gonna fly to Cancun.
We were. I told her
I'm gonna dodge that. You freak out for a week.
You're gonna dodge it for 9 months.
I mean, yeah. Well, I know that's how long it would be. I would be like, oh my God. Like we sit down and do the podcast. Look how fucking short my hair is. Why the fuck didn't you say anything?
Kindergartner.
I know. Like, God damn it. Like, hi, my name's Heidi. All chin, no hair. What am I, a newborn? And I was gonna. No, Francesca, I don't think you look like a newborn.
I do these things sometimes where I get so self-deprecating and like whatever, and like Nick doesn't know what to say because then I'll get mad at him for not agreeing
or saying anything, or no, it's just like a trap. So it's kind of like I just go numb. Is.
And I'm not trying to trap you.
I just disassociate. What were you saying?
do, and then I get upset that you're not saying anything.
No, it's good.
So I was freaking out a little bit because she wouldn't let me look until she was done. But I was like, okay, let's like go to the collarbone.
I didn't realize that. But.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go to the collarbone. So like my collarbone's here. The haircut ended up being like 2 more inches above because she kept like, so all my friends are like drinking wine and they kept like looking at it and be like, no, the left's too short. Oh wait, now the right's too short. No, wait, now the left's
see, that's like too long. The worst.
So they kept getting shorter and they wouldn't let me see. And I was like, if I look like a chubby toddler who just got out of daycare, whose hair's, I was like, it's not going to be okay. And so I started freaking out. Like it's gotten like, we've gone too far past.
I know. Gotta shave it all.
And you know what? What's weird is I wouldn't even say I'm like prettier or anything. It's just different. And I don't feel like, I wouldn't say I feel more like myself. I definitely feel like it looks like I'm wearing a wig. Like it doesn't feel like me.
To me, it kind of reminds me of you when you were younger. Honestly,
I had a bob for like the first 10 years of my life.
So like, we like live next to a coffee shop and sometimes we go get coffee and like you'll be in sweatpants and a jacket and you in like sweatpants and a jacket with like the short hair, it like comes off so middle school lacrosse practice or some shit.
Yeah.
You know? Or like, oh, I just got out of gymnastics, you know? And to me, sometimes I look at you and I'm like, that is, you know, but
it's better than if you were to say you look like a mom. I'm not... What was that silence?
No, I'm just thinking like...
It is a bit of a mom cut.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just... No, I'm not feeling mom.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I thought you were about to be like, oh, well, I thought that, but I didn't say it out loud.
No. I'm just not feeling even it's a mom cut. It's a little bit more... It's way more chic than...
Thank you.
Or, you know what I don't want to say mom, but like... Older woman starts going gray, gets a bit heavier, decides to like cut off her hair and make it short just to kind of give up. You know what I mean? Like, no, not your
Nick.
Hair. I thought that's
Jesus.
No. That's what I think some people short.
Do you guys want to have me have a real meltdown on the pod? I thought you were like, what it's giving is giving up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like the short
eyes.
Hair can sometimes look like not a mom cut, but like, okay, I'm no longer a pretty girl anymore. That's what I was afraid it would come out to be like.
No, same. You know what I mean? Same.
Like, it's not mom, either chubby toddler or I've given up. You know what I mean? And that's what I was worried about. See, listen, we're not like the haircut looks good right now. And we're even talking about the possible bad things you're about to freak out. That's why I was like, I think we should chill.
No, I mean, I don't
think it looks like that.
What I'm saying is no one has come up to me and said, oh, hot mom or hot that. Like, I don't want to look like a Karen, like mom cut.
Exactly.
I do think I have a face that somehow I'm going straight like toddler instead of mom. If people kept being like, ooh, it's a hot mom thing, like I'm into it, I would like have a meltdown because I'm approaching my 34th birthday. That's what I didn't want.
So how old is your kid?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if it was giving mom dropping off for soccer practice, there's some cuts that it'll look like that.
Yeah.
But it is like somehow working. Like I didn't expect it to work. After I chopped it off, I wasn't expecting to see something okay in the mirror.
See, that's what scares me. That fucking gamble right there. Like, you weren't expecting it to look good. See,
I wanted like a rush.
That's why it makes me feel. See, it is impulsive. It is impulsive. That's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. No, okay. She just admitted that I wanted a rush.
Like it felt like a change.
Oh my!
But like sometimes when you like dye your hair blonde, like there's regret, and I just didn't know.
Oh my god!
But like, here's what's weird about it. Is that I feel like it works and I feel like it's fun. I'm not even like, oh my God, I can't wait till it grows out again. That's not true. It's just, it feels like a different persona. Like, I don't recognize myself in the mirror. Like, when I pass a mirror and I catch myself out of the corner of my eye, who is that? Especially with this hat on. Who is she? Does she own a bed and breakfast in fucking Whistler? And I wrangle my horses daily?
Yeah.
I have a chauffeur who valets me to ski. Like, I've just never met her.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never had this, like, a haircut as an adult.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. You know, when I start balding,
I don't think you will.
No, I won't. Come on now.
No. My grandfather is, what, 70?
77.
Yeah, he's 77, and he has a full head of gorgeous silver 76?
Hair. I don't. Silver hair. I love when women make fun of men balding because I just think it's hilarious and from a woman's perspective. But I don't ever repost those like jokes or anything because it's punching down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The joke is that like I'm saying that I don't want to punch down, but I'm punching down.
No,
but,
I
like,
got it.
Okay, cool. But like, anyway, I don't think I'm gonna go bald. But if I did and I had to like shave my head, like I'm so excited for like my short hair phase and my hat phase, but I would definitely get hair transplants.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll go to Turkey.
Like,
did you guys know that Turkey's where you get them for like $3,000? Legit, or like I think it's like $5,000 for like $5,000.
For the amount of money that you save on the procedure, it covers your flight to Turkey, and they're better.
No, it's over $10,000 here. 10, 20 if you want to go to someone like good. It's $5,000 for flights, a 5-star hotel, the entire procedure, and it's not like some back alley like you're getting something done in Mexico. They're like the best surgeons in the world, and all they do is hair transplants. I ended up on hair transplant TikTok.
Me too.
Dude, I would go. The flights back from Turkey to fucking New York City, it's just men in hoodies. Bandaged.
I know. I've heard that. I would love to go. Not after a transplant. Just sit in the front.
I have noted so many men have hair transplants. It's
which is
crazy.
Okay. I mean, people get braces. No one's like, haha, he got braces. What is he afraid of? It's okay to get a hair transplant.
Okay, so like if you ever go bald, we'll just like have a vacation in Turkey. 100%. I'll be at the spa.
I would go to Turkey right now. You know, maybe you could.
But like, I just don't.
Spots in my
I don't
beard.
think you have the face for being bald.
Wow. Okay.
I
actually think you're a double chin fat bitch.
No,
that smile wouldn't cut it.
No.
You know what, Nick? I love your blue eyes, but you're gonna need something more.
No.
Jesus Christ, Francesca.
It came out so bad.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you go bald. What are we left with? You know?
Fuck off. What if I get cancer? You'll regret that joke.
But if I get cancer, you won't regret that joke? God. You know what I mean?
I just like, okay, here's the thing. Like our dad is bald.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess like our dad looks so good bald. I just like can't imagine it with you.
It's not happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it's not for you.
Was Gandalf bald? Was Dumbledore bald?
No, but even our grandfather. What would he like?
No.
It just like, I think some people it's not for. But you know that dad growing up had like the biggest, flowiest, dark, like
curly
black
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I take after Grandpa
dad's,
way more.
Dad's hair was straight. You have dad's hair. Max has grandpa's hair. Or no. No, Uncle Max has like grandpa's brother's hair.
Mm-hmm. Curly.
Yeah, but our dad's hair was straight.
Not as straight as mine. Really? Mm-hmm. I know we used to get perms. Huh? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. But like, so Grandpa used to like. He has great head of hair. He's really good with plants. He's an Aquarius.
He's an Aquarius too.
February 15th, same as Karina. My best friend, the girl from LA I was talking about earlier.
There's so many Aquarians in my life.
But
that's crazy. You know, Mom told me when I got my haircut, she was like, "Oh my God, did you do it for your birthday? Are you like nervous about being 34?" And I was like,
Way to make me feel fucking nervous, Mom. People gotta stop with these age comments.
I know.
What did you just say to me earlier? You don't have a face for being bald.
Stop.
Is that what was?
Nick, it was 8 seconds ago. I thought we moved past it. I was really trying to smooth it over.
I'm not smooth.
No,
just my head is. Okay, go on.
That's not what I meant.
Move on.
And I was like, she was like, oh, were you just feeling like you need a big change? Like, because you're 34 and single. She didn't say it like that, but a little bit.
She meant it.
Yeah. And I was like, actually, no. Like, my friend just happened to have the time to come down to Denver. And then one of our best friends, Marie, who's also an Italian. And Italian women.
An Aquarius.
Also Aquarius. Just like my mom. But Italian women, like, looks are a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, my grandmother wore heels to the day she passed. Our great grandmother, like, lipstick in full face and makeup till the day she passed. It's just like Italian women are like very, I would say.
Uncle Jerry wouldn't wear sweatpants. He would only wear slacks.
Up until the day he died, 98.
Deathbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
what
they
you
tried
do.
in the nursing home to put him in sweatpants. And he's like, what am I, a peasant?
I don't work.
Yeah.
The fucking... Yeah.
No, he needs to be dressed, and he will be dressed in like pleated slacks. It's just like how our family is. But our friend Marie, because she's a East Coast Italian, I cut my hair and she goes, whatever you do, don't get fat. She goes, no, concentrate really hard on not getting fat.
Is this the episode where we just have like deep sinking one-liners to people? You know what I mean?
But like she literally, I have it in text form. She was like, no, but I'm serious. Like,
print it out, put it on your wall.
Pay extra special attention to like not getting fat. And I was like, I mean, I feel like that's something I'm always trying to do. But like,
what do you think?
Instead of being like, oh my god, like it's amazing.
Bad,
she's like, whatever you do, don't get fat. I will try. But don't put that on me. She was like, no, it's just like if you got fat, it would look really bad.
I guess is a compliment. Right? Because like she's saying it looks like, good.
She's saying I'm like,
and you're not fat.
Yeah.
She would have said, oh man, maybe you could grow into it, meaning like shrink into it.
Maybe you lost a couple. My ex, I was asking, I don't know if I should tell you who, but you already know who, but I was asking if I should cut my hair like a week before I did it. And he was like, he was like, I don't know how to say this, but like Halsey, when she did it, he was like, I just feel like if you got really fit, it would look good.
Jesus Christ. Men are out here saying these things to women.
But like, listen, if you just got in shape, then like, I think you could pull it off.
Honestly, I feel like if you got in shape, lost a little bit of weight, got a spray tan, maybe fixed your teeth, I think you could pull it off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But actually, can I tell you something?
I'm scared.
No. So I've gained a bit of weight recently this summer.
Have you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like since Burning Man?
No.
Oh, no. Before that.
Just because I haven't been working out this year, right? Because of my leg injury, which is now gone, everyone. Mm-hmm. The great limp of 2023 is now gone. But,
I haven't even asked you for an update, like personally.
Personally
doesn't exist?
No. I get like a little... One leg seems tighter than the other, but it's gone.
I feel like we should celebrate.
It's crazy.
Nick,
it's crazy. Why didn't you ask for candles on a cake?
I'm so sorry. I guess I just haven't noticed because you haven't been limping. So like I forgot about it.
You mean I can just like stand up without pain? I can just sit down without pain. Like I can just like, sleep through the night without pain. No,
like me and Mom are like I feel like the family had to have like a meeting about it.
Did you and Mom talk about it?
Yeah, because I was
what was she saying?
I was just like, no, like Mom, like he's like really in pain. Like, what should we do? And she's like, Francesca, or she was like asking me, like, Francesca, like, do we need to send him to a specialist? And I was like, I think I have a really good chiropractor who's going to help fix it. And it was just kind of like, what are we going to do? Because like a child of hers just doesn't walk through life with a limp.
Well, I'm telling you, the amount of pain that I was feeling, I thought that they were going to, it was so
like back surgery was next or something?
No, I thought it was so internal what I was feeling that they were going to be like, okay, so we figured it out. the reason why all of you have this pain, all of the reason you have this pain is because you have a tumor the size of a pomelo.
No, that's happened to my friend.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Like, I thought it was that bad, but no.
I had a friend who had a minor leg pain.
My hips were out of alignment, everyone, so.
That's so wild.
But now I just saw a chiropractor, and they, like, literally karate chopped me, and it went back together. And after about, like, 5 sessions, it's completely fine. It was crazy. And it's probably from a, like, snowboarding incident. That's the only thing I can think of. Think about all the times you fall on your ass, fall on the hips, like, it has to be.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're good.
That's wild. Cheers, Nick.
Well, cheers to that. Anyway, I'm not a limp ass bitch anymore. But anyway, I have gained some weight. And
well, when you can't go to the gym for a year.
No, because it would hurt. It would really hurt. Like a lot. Like I could.
No, and the chiropractor even told you, like,
don't
I was
go
even
to
like,
the gym.
I was like, Nick, why don't you do some of my Pilates videos with me? And he was like, Francesca, that's the exact thing I can't do.
Yeah, because it was like messing with my core and my hips and my glutes and my psoas, my piriformis, like very internal deep muscles. So that's why I wasn't going to the gym. Anyway, because I'm a man and men can do things that women can't, like get heavy. Okay.
Yeah. It's weird how that's allowed.
I know, right?
Dad bods are like in fashion.
It's fine. And honestly, like most men, like I feel like a lot of gay men like really love like dad bods, you know? And so my Russian lover, who I see like probably every 6 months.
I love.
What? Oh, you love? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I see him like every 6 months. And so he kind of like, he's seen me kind of like be like normal to like when I was like more fit to like early this year to like now a little heavier and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. He was just like, oh my God, I like you heavier. I was like, 1, are you calling me heavy? 2, all right, that's kind of sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny, but
can't say I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Never got that comment.
No one's like,
worship Francesca, the little. Like I like nope.
I like, yeah. Oh well. Maybe you should be a gay man. But
yeah.
No. But
it is better on that note.
Let's end it on that. This gay Russian man really likes a little bit of weight on
cushion
me.
For the pushing.
Stop. Cushion for the pushing.
I hate that phrase.
Someone
so
put her
much.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
All right. Well, happy Blackout Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You guys go support your local hatter.
Hats by Parker Thomas.
Absolutely.
Support us on
we'll
YouTube.
be rocking these till the day we die. But we might be going out right now.
I know. People will be like, we're going to wear this outfit to the bar. People will be like, oh my God, I like your hat. And I'll go, yeah, hats by Parker Thomas.
You just hand him a card.
There you go, bud.
I was going to make some more jokes.
About Parker Thomas.
I got to go. We might be going out on the town.
Oh my God.
Dad told us not to.
Well, what's Parker doing? No, I'm kidding.
He's at home with his girlfriend.
All right.
He's making hats.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
For being here.
Love
Bye.
you so much. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Ah!